Hello everyone, I'm Sarah of Rich Textures Crochet, and I have a wonderful crochet stitch here for you today. This is called the Flutter Stitch, and not only is the texture of this stitch absolutely amazing, but so is the fact that it is a one row repeat. So repeating one row throughout the pattern will get you this beautiful, beautiful texture. So it's very easy to catch on to. Today for the tutorial I'm going to be using a 5mm or an H8 crochet hook, as well as some medium or worsted weight cotton yarn. This is a 100% cotton called Pima Cotton by Lion Brand, and you'll find links to both of these items, both to the crochet hook by Rowan Yarn and the yarn by Lion Brand, in the description of this video. So thank you so much for joining me. And also down in this description you'll find a direct link to the free written instructions, which are on my website at richtexturescrochet.com. While you're here, don't forget to subscribe. Let's grab our hooks and yarn and get started. Now our crochet stitch today is worked in rows, so we're going to start by making a slip knot and then by working a foundation chain. Your foundation chain will need to be a multiple of 3 stitches plus 2. So today I'm going to chain a total of 23 stitches. There's 21, which is my multiple of 3, 22 and 23 for a multiple of 3 stitches plus 2. You're then going to begin row 1 by working a single crochet into the 3rd chain from your hook. So count in 1, 2, 3 into that 3rd chain, work a single crochet. You're then going to single crochet into each stitch all the way across. Once you have come all the way across your row 1, you're going to chain 2 and turn your work. Now for row 2, we're going to skip the next 2 stitches, and into your next stitch you're going to work 2 double crochet stitches and a puff stitch. To work your puff stitch, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the same stitch, yarn over, and drop a loop to the height of your double crochet. You're going to do that a total of 3 times. So there's once, twice, and 3 times. You'll have a total of 7 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and draw through all 7 loops. Next, you're going to skip the next 2 stitches and repeat. Into your next stitch, work a 2 double crochet stitches and a puff stitch. You're going to repeat that all the way across. Skip the next 2 stitches, into your next stitch, work 2 double crochets and a puff stitch all into that same stitch. All the way across your work. When you come all the way across and you have 2 stitches and your chain 2 space remaining, you're going to finish off the row by chaining 1 and then working a final double crochet into that chain 2 space. You're then going to chain 2 and turn your work. Now for the repeats in the pattern, you're going to essentially repeat that row 2, except that for your first stitch, or 3 stitches, you're going to work into the first chain stitch. So you're skipping the chain space and working into the chain stitch at the top of your puff stitch. And you're going to work 2 double crochet stitches and a puff stitch all into that same chain stitch. You're then going to skip the next 2 stitches, which is your puff stitch and your double crochet, and then repeat in the next double crochet. Work 2 double crochet stitches and a puff stitch. You're going to repeat this all the way across. Skip the next 2 stitches and your next stitch, work 2 double crochets and a puff stitch, all the way across. I'm now at my final puff double crochet set, so I'm working 2 more double crochets and a puff stitch. When you come to this final set, you're going to finish your puff stitch, chain 1, skip the next 3 stitches. So you skip your puff stitch and 2 double crochets and just double crochet into the chain 2 space. Chain 2, turn your work, and that's all there is to working this flutter stitch. You're simply going to repeat that last row 3. So beginning with your 2 double crochets and puff stitch into that first chain 1, and then continuing all the way across where you will work that final double crochet into the chain 2 space. That's all there is. Such a wonderful, simple crochet stitch, but one with great texture. If you happen to make something with this stitch pattern and share it on social media, be sure to tag Rich Textures Crochet. I'd love to come by and admire it. Don't forget to subscribe. This channel is updated every single week. And I look forward to seeing you again next week for another great stitch tutorial. Until then, happy crocheting. Bye.